Hey everybody, welcome to the Miners Haven podcast. Today I'm going to be joined by Cendlez Furies.
Yeah.
Okay. And also Sky.
Welcome to our first take.
Definitely. And
Yeah,
our
yeah,
special
yeah.
guest for today's video, podcast. Totally mysterious. Sorry about that.
Be forgiven.
What, bro? No, that was going to have been good.
No, you don't need to restart. That's fine. You can keep rolling.
But like Cendlez,
Oh, no,
I'm just
that.
saying. Square.
This is-
Keep this
yeah.
going. I
You're
want to be
great
able to
intro.
save that later. Please.
Okay, fine. Okay. We're continuing, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta keep it rolling on the first take, you know.
I know.
Yeah,
First
true,
take, by the
true.
way.
It's
Yeah,
not
first
taken,
thing.
I promise.
Okay.
All right. So what are we talking about today?
Like the game balance throughout the years, like miners even throughout the year, how the game has progressed.
Yeah, so
Like, when
this episode's gonna be kind of themed about just like taking a look back in the past. We're gonna kind of go back and just look at Miners Haven of past and talk about
Yeah.
like the old balance and kind of I assume kind of tie it into like Third Sacrifice and like what we want for the future of the game and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Someone.
Okay.
And you know, just gonna throw this in at the top of the episode here. If you want to be able to go back and experience like the past of Miners Haven, experience all of the
Man.
different versions and iterations of the game, go check out Time Machine. Miners
Yeah,
Haven
go check
Time
out
Machine.
Time Machine.
True. True.
Isn't there something about Time Machine though?
Okay, so we are doing a little something soon. I can't talk too much about it, but game's getting like complete overhaul, like huge revamp, and we're putting in a challenge like system.
Ooh,
So
sounds
what we're
nice.
doing is because we want to do something like original with the community while we're waiting for third sac, we're developing a challenge called the Ultimate Time Machine Challenge, and it's going to pick one version. We don't know which one yet, and you are with 5 people, so it's like a 5-person team. Think of it as a board game. You get to take one action, like placing an item, withdrawing, buying. That's your turn, and it's a turn-based system. You have 24 hours to sacrifice.
Oh.
Ooh.
you have oh god. Oh no, that sounds like it would be so
with
chaotic.
challenge modifiers and stuff too. It's hard.
That actually sounds so fun. What the
Yeah.
dude? Get like the squad. Get like all the
Yeah.
highlight players.
Yeah, let's
And,
do like a video of Time Machine.
So
Yeah,
like
straight
let's
up.
say it was just 4 people. Like I would place an item, then Sky would place an item, then you would place an item, and then so on and so forth. For 24 hours, if you don't beat it, you have to restart.
And
I feel like for a sacrifice with that kind of setup, you could maybe be a bit more forgiving with the timing on it. But that sounds super fun still.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
like
gonna have
24
like
hour
modifiers like there. Yeah, it's gonna be timed at 4 hours.
Or it's
24
gonna be like
hours.
24 hours of playtime.
We're still not sure.
I think
This
that
would be
playtime would be better.
No one want to stay up for like 24 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
that sounds super cool though. I didn't actually know about this before we started this recording. That sounds super fun.
yeah.
Yep, it's still kind of secret, but I figured I'd announce it here.
Yeah, if whenever that actually gets going, I'm absolutely gonna make a video on that because that sounds so fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're
I'll
also
probably do that
starting
for fun.
time. We're also starting time lapse over. So if you want to get the alpha furnace, that would be your chance.
Oh wow.
Okay,
All
okay.
right, bet.
Well.
Sounds
So,
super.
anyways, we'll link the game.
Yeah.
We'll link the game down in the description for y'all who don't know about it and want to play it though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Appreciate
of
it.
course, of
I
course.
am-
Yeah,
doing-
Cryog, please remember to link it.
I'm actually doing a series on it right now. I'm going through all Miners Haven throughout the years right now. I recently did
Ooh.
2016, and I'm doing 2017 soon. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just seeing
That's
how it's
nice.
changed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that series idea and get more views
No.
than you.
No, you won't. You won't.
Ah,
You won't.
Dude, I did that to K Dude already. He played MH, but if it were in 2009,
I was gonna.
I
Make
saw him playing that.
experience
I was like, that's a really fun looking game. I
that
played it.
idea is mine now.
That idea is
Sorry.
mine.
Don't worry.
These are mine.
Don't worry. I'll make sure that doesn't work. I'll just ban Sky.
Yeah, just ban him from the
Yeah,
game.
bet,
Just-
bet,
nope,
bet.
you're gone.
Yeah, but the problem with that, as soon as you ban me, you're like You're banning free publicity for your game.
That is true. All right, we're banning Cryog.
No!
Oh.
Wait, that's still free publicity.
He can't handle it. He's getting flustered.
I'm
No,
flabbergasted.
I got a question. I got a question that I want to see if I could get a solid answer. Which was the best year for MH?
2016.
My favorite is
asking you.
2016.
I can't say anything. So
Actually,
I just have to say
well, that's the
2018
thing.
because that's my turn.
2017 was really good too.
Damn,
Okay.
I just realized I'm gonna talk so little this episode.
As
true.
someone who has played each year, here's my take. 2015, it's just as simple as it gets. 2016,
bummer.
most iconic year, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Or
100%.
Halloween.
the most appreciated, in my opinion. 2017 did the most mechanical changes to the game.
Yeah.
As far as 2018 and 2019 go, I feel they I don't know. I just feel they kind of lacked a little bit.
Those are like the nothing
stuff.
years to me, where stuff just
Yeah.
wasn't really happening.
Yeah.
That's to me though. I think that you're pretty spot on. 2015 was kind of like just the beginnings. Everything was kind of like ramping up, but it wasn't that big of a game yet. You get to 2016, that's when it starts getting some like momentum, some popularity, and then people started really getting into it. The updates were really good. Everything was just like really fun. You get to 2017. That's when like the sacrifices and stuff are coming out. You're getting like all of this content coming in, all this new stuff, crazy updates. Really fun time. Second sacrifice even. I didn't think that was a very good update, but it was just more stuff. And then 2018, it was just kind of like it just kind of everything felt kind of like samey and like not as interesting anymore.
You hate Second Sacrifice update? Oh my god, that's my favorite update that ever happened in Miners Haven.
That's okay. You didn't hear what I said. I didn't say that I hated the update. I said I didn't think it was that good.
Well,
I think
potato, okay?
I think
Okay,
that
here's my take. First Sacrifice tried doing so much new crap, like with fusions, the innovator event, sacrificing itself.
Yeah.
I feel that
I would've
considering
really
the first two were only 3 months apart, I feel
True.
Second Sac was just a rushed. It barely added anything. It added like 5 reborns or something,
But
and like
Wasn't,
20
most
shop
of the
items.
content after Second Sack came out.
But
there was like the update and it added the new map and stuff, and then Second Sacrifice came out like a week later.
Yeah, it was a 2-part summer update.
yeah,
It was a rush job.
but
Because how it went was Exotic Day happened, then the day after Exotic Day they launched Summer Update, and then a week later Second Sack came out.
But like summer music. That music was so good. That's the only reason. That's the only reason that update was good, because of summer. That music was epic.
It was really good.
I didn't like the map like at all. I thought it was not a good map.
Ice Cream
I actually
Man.
really liked it. Yeah, that is true. We did have the Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
That's true, but that was such a like mid map.
Wait, what even was
Remember Ice Cream Man was Ice Cream Man was the version of Masked Man.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah, that
difference?
was-
Pretty much.
He was in an ice cream
Nothing
van,
really.
like an ice
It was
cream little
with an
like
ice cream vending machine.
Yeah, he like carried around his little cart,
ice cream cart.
little
Also,
ice
there
cream
was no
vendor man.
difference.
And I'm pretty sure he was always in the middle of the map, and I think he wasn't all in the
Yeah.
weekends.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was every
he?
day.
I don't
think.
remember.
I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Either way, that was kind of like the start of things like slowing down for me. Like the Second Sacrifice update just wasn't very good. It would have been good if it came out like a year or a little bit more later.
Maybe with
If we had had
Resurrection.
some time to like, maybe yeah. If we had some time to like play with the sacrifice and like really get to spend some time with that save, and then oh wait, we got a new sacrifice coming out. Oh my god,
Yeah.
all this new content. More time to like let the update kind of build stuff. It would have been a lot better. But no, it was just like rushed out, and it's like here's another sacrifice, I guess. Lamau.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Let's work on the next one," and then it never happened.
Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of glad it didn't happen. If I'm being honest,
Wasn't
I don't
Void
think.
Drive going to be the upgrader?
No, it was supposed to just supposed to play an important role, but no, it wasn't supposed to be the third sack item. It was supposed to be this. It was. I have the image of what it was supposed to be. I'll send it later if I get the chance.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you guys' favorite events throughout the years? Actually,
favorite events. Ooh.
I really can't say much because I didn't play that
You
long,
know,
but I really
I'm not gonna lie.
I really like third anniversary though. Not gonna lie, that's pretty much one that started.
If I'm being honest, best event, first
Wait, like
innovator
event
event.
or update?
first innovator. I mean, second innovator event was horrible. So.
Second innovator event was horrible. Okay, the Magic Clover events have always been so fun.
I do agree with those. The St. Patrick's Day updates are really good.
The
They
2017
are
one was the
always
best.
so fun.
2017 was best for me for when it came.
I actually disagree. I feel like the obby was just a little. It was a little too much for some players, especially console players.
Oh yeah, but don't play on console.
I think it was
Is it all
designed.
bad in a hobby?
No. I think it was just designed horribly for like all players. It only targeted a really small amount of people, but like it was fun, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. For me personally, in terms of updates, the two that come to my mind are the Ultimate Sacrifice update, or the Ultimate Update, Innovator Update, whatever, and then Halloween 2016.
Halloween 2016 is my favorite. That's my favorite.
Halloween 2016 might be my favorite, even over the first Sacrifice.
It was when Reza started taking a bunch of chances with the game and adding so much more stuff into the game. It was so cool.
Dude, that update was so fun, dude. There's so much good stuff with it.
I was in the stream when Breza was like doing blood magic, making blood magic, and it was like, oh my god, he's gonna dab.
That's crazy,
oh my
dude.
God.
Dude, oh my god,
he dabs.
But to be honest, blood magic was the best furnace in the game at the time when it got released.
You know, this is a really hot take, but you just made me realize this. I was talking about this the other day. Nobody agrees with me on this, but if we could get the mindset of 2016 in like 2017 Bereza back on the team, the game would be the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
2016.
Right now, the game really.
Mindset. Yeah,
I wasn't really around for those. I'm gonna be honest. So I don't really know how it was. So.
Like, dude, his creativity, but the simplicity of the creativity was so good. Like, I feel like Foxy and Talon are great, but I feel they overcomplicate things sometimes.
Yeah, they're too ambitious about things.
Bereza was like, we're gonna add so much new that's so simple, and it doesn't take a lot to like.
Family-friendly podcast, by the way.
Oh, my bad.
Family podcast, yeah.
Mark that one down.
But like, my man.
It's fine.
It was like they take so much and just overcomplicate it. He would bring in so much like simple things and be like, look at how much is new. It won't take more than like 10 minutes to understand all of it, but like look at how much is new. And like all the like when fusions were a mechanic and stuff. Like when all that was new, like it was new and we were like, whoa, oh my god, and then it didn't really like I don't know. I feel like what Foxy and Talon are doing like is good, but
yeah. See, my problem with that, because I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit here. I think that if things stayed that simple and he had that mindset, the game wouldn't evolve past a certain point. And people would just get bored of it.
Yeah.
I think that it's gone too far in the other direction. But I think if you kept that mindset, it wouldn't have lasted even as long as it had.
I think the farthest they should go is like superstitious, if I'm being honest. I feel like that's like an actually fairly reasonable concept that was made okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing ever, but
it was just like in second versions of enchantments.
Yeah, it was like a more complicated way to do enchantments. I kind of like it more than I used to, if I'm being honest, but like compared to what we've gotten in the past, everything's a lot more complicated, and partly for the worse, partly for the best.
Yeah, especially like platforms and stuff. Oh god,
I don't understand a lore.
Yeah, lore.
No one does.
Lore.
Oh,
I hope that they like expand on the lore and are actually like able to tell the story in Third Sacrifice a bit more instead of it just being like you've got to read the book of knowledge.
A lot of description. It's a lot of description right now. But like, I love how
It's-
Breza was like just so open about updates. He would like stream everything that he did on the game, which just made people like able to like understand a lot more about what's up.
Talent just streams like once every like 5 months or something.
Dude,
I'm not against it. Personally, sorry I cut you off, by the way. I think it's for the best and the worst. Like,
True.
they're doing really cool stuff. Like, trust me, they're doing really, really cool stuff, and I'm really excited for it. But, like, in a way, the gatekeeping as developers is a good and a bad thing, because
Yeah.
there's only so much that's being shown to the public, and whenever they get a leak, it's like... It feels like it's so much more.
Yeah, because
Yeah, when
Breza
Foxy-
wasn't just fully open anyways. He was like open to stuff that like were just new items that were kind of just filler. But major event items, like major like, you know, Ultimate Update, he was kind of silent on that. A lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I love those old Bear dev streams though. Those were so good.
Twitch
Those were so fun to watch, man.
Twitch
They
coins.
were.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember literally being in like my science class in 7th grade on my laptop watching Breza stream. This was back in like, I think it when like Twitchite was being added or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish Talon did this kind of stuff. That would be like often. All he really does is like stream himself adding items.
Don't get me wrong though, they're good at what they do.
Yeah,
They're not
I just
like
wish
the
they
best
showed
ever.
more of it, you know.
They've got some problems.
Every developer has problems.
Exactly.
No one can ever capture that same magic that Bereza had with those dev streams.
Yeah,
so-
like Bereza, his coding wasn't that good, but he had the right mindset with everything.
He when he was
Like the
doing
devs
those
right now,
streams-
they still have a good mindset, but
when
I
they
like
were
Foxy
doing
and-
those streams, he was making content. He wasn't just doing a dev stream. He was like making it entertaining and putting himself into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Dude.
really able to see those. So I can't
And then
really
like
say
whenever
anything
he
about
was like, I don't know what to call this, he would just ask chat for like 100 names and then
Yeah,
he'd
he-
pick one.
He took like community suggestion. I remember that's how the Northern Lights got its stats. I
Yeah,
very
yeah.
vividly
Just
remember
looking
that.
it.
Being,
Oh,
like,
man, I
created
wonder
on
who's to
stream.
blame for that. I wonder who's to blame for being bad then.
I don't remember who it was, but they really like screwed that furnace up.
Sparkling coal, yeah.
let's make it take sparkling coal.
Once like 2018 hit though, and all like the new players came in and wanted ancient conveyors, that's all his streams were being asked. Just ancient conveyor codes?
Ancient
Question mark?
conveyors.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Codes, drop some codes.
I
please.
definitely
Codes,
haven't been
codes.
that person before. Question mark?
No, listen, being that person in the past is fine as long as you've grown past it.
Oh yeah, this was like 2018, and I wanted ancient conveyors because I
Yeah.
never had any. Because every time he ever like made them,
Yeah, I don't know.
um,
Shout out to people who just go in streams and just beg for codes. Actually, like the most annoying people on the planet. I swear, bro.
what do y'all think of the balance? Like,
Hey, now the game's probably like the game's way more unbalanced than before. Like,
Yeah.
there's just
I
so
think it's
many, like,
incredibly
superstitions and
balanced right
enchantments.
now. Actually, like I think.
Are you sure?
I think-
Are you really sure?
I think, like, think about it. It's peak balance right now. 15-second, literally breaking the Roblox's numbers. You know,
Exactly.
millions of rebirths, which nobody ever got past like 20K in the first 3 years.
Yeah. I
You
got 10K.
know, just railgun turns. You know, it's just not. You know, it's not that.
like,
I'm
there's
gonna-
so much overpowered stuff that's just becoming the normal thing.
I'm gonna drop what might be a hot take here. I think that before you get to the end game, MH has actually like got a really good balance right now. Personally,
Yeah, it's like once you get to endgame though. Well,
Once
not
you-
really
once-
balance is kind of difficult, but also not really.
yeah. Once you get to the end game, obviously you have all the most powerful stuff, and all of it's so overpowered right now.
It's
that
just trying to
it's, like,
use everything you have to the best of its ability.
Yeah,
Before you're kind of just focusing on getting the stuff first.
True.
Yeah, before you actually get to that point where you have it, working up to it, I think the game's in a pretty good spot right now.
Oh,
I
All
just
things
don't like
considered.
how easy it is to get to the end game though. Like you can do it so quickly. It's done.
I think that like First Life is way too easy. It used to be really hard,
Yeah.
but back then in 2016, it was too hard. In 2016, it would take like
I
it
mean,
took me a
hey.
month. While in 2017 was probably the best year for balance for First Life.
I mean, hey, we won't have to
Yeah.
worry about that though. Maybe.
True.
Here's the issue. I've noticed the theme with Miner's Haven, and this has been a thing ever since like 2016. But the game's like 90% perfect balance, and then there's just like 10 to 20 items that are just like, yep, these are going to break everything.
Crystal Shrine in 2018. God, that thing was so overpowered.
You think? What are you talking about? The Crystal Shrine?
Crystal Shrine was really
Like-
overpowered back then.
Who used the
Like-
Crystal Shrine in 2018? Not a single soul that I knew.
I did.
I did for
Oh yeah,
a little
what was his
while.
multiplier?
7,000, like around 8,000 around there.
It was like way easier to power.
It was it was only 3 things that you could use. It was Freon, Flaming, and highly upgraded ore, I think.
It also didn't
Oh,
have
that's
the-
easy then. What like
it
upgrade
also-
talent or money?
It didn't have an evolution either, so
Yeah,
What's it now?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's like some.
I think
No, I
it's
think
the
it's
same.
like
I
the
think
same,
Altar
but
has a
I
lot.
think Crystal Ultra's like 40,000 per year.
Yeah.
Also,
Either
I
way,
don't know.
I don't
There's
remember
always
that thing
been
ever.
some. There's always been some item that's like broken. Like it started with Morning Star for like the TOD challenge,
Yeah,
which I
that's so
I
good
miss. I miss True Overlord being hard.
And then-
like Blaze.
Yeah.
You can literally get like as soon as you get a Tesla.
No,
And then-
because like it was
yeah.
like it was like a solid hour that like every player spent, like an hour to 3 hours when you didn't know what you were doing.
yeah, that's
Yep.
Like
true.
first you had to get the Morning Star loop to work. Then you had to figure out what upgraders you were using,
Well,
and
Blaster
then
loop.
you had to watch your ores die halfway through the upgrader line, and then re-loop
Upgrade.
for 40 more minutes. So like it was pain, but it was so fun, and it
Everybody
was just
remembers Hades Fane. Using Hades Fane to get TSC.
like, oh my
That
god,
was-
Bro, what year are we
God.
talking right now, you think?
it was like 2016, I think.
Yeah,
Hades Fang came out in 2016.
yeah. So
I
sad that it
never
doesn't
never
work anymore.
abused it. I
This is
never
why I have to
abused
play
Hades Fang.
Time Machine more.
Oh,
not
I
online,
abused
'cause I
it
don't know
like,
anything about
like,
this.
like nobody's business.
No, dude, I was just like Morningstar looping the whole way, just like full normal upgrader lines,
True. That is
base
something
like
that I did too.
filled. Never abused Hades Fang.
Yeah.
Endgame back in
I
2016.
never got the chance to.
Yeah.
What was that even like, actually? What?
Basically, once you had every reborn, it's just now play.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
so
that's
kind
pretty
of like
much it.
right now, but except there's shinies to keep us motivated.
Yeah. Back then, it was just you've got everything, and you're like a life 1K or something. Go ahead and just farm.
Except now it's like
reborns.
what, like 80k, 80k,
I'd say 100K
Yeah,
is
100K.
pretty average.
yeah,
now.
100k,
Yeah,
million, 100, maybe.
No.
bro, the
But-
top like 70 players are life. Actually, isn't it like all of
It's
the top
100 is 1 million.
Yeah,
Top-
so, yeah. Top 70 is like 2 mil, right?
No, not even close. Top 70 is like 1.2 mil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people that are just 1 mil, which makes sense. Just get to 1 mil.
About
and just
top
play third
40 is
sacrifice.
2 mil.
Yeah, still, it's crazy that over 100 people are 1 mil now.
Yeah, like when Catalan reached 1 mil, was almost 1 mil until he quit like 900k. Or did he get banned during it?
Well, I know
Save that for later. though.
Catalan got banned at some point.
Yeah.
I know that. That was
Like when he reached 6 mil, he got banned.
I've always felt very meh about the guy.
about
Let's not get into that kind of stuff.
just like start talking about all these other people.
Yeah,
No, I'm not like talking bad about him. I'm just saying like never really had like much of an opinion on him.
Yeah.
Just meh.
Yeah, all I know about Catalan is that he was not the nicest fellow. That's all.
I don't know.
I
And he was
remember
nice when he got to know him though.
in 2019, I was going like, I looked at the leaderboard and was like, oh my god, how are they at that life? What the hell? I thought I was good at like 30k.
Back when the
What were
highest
they?
life was like
What was he
40,
at?
like 50k.
Yeah, I was like 16k around then when it was 50k was the max. So I was pretty high, but I wasn't top 10.
Only 50k. I remember our Ninja Wars and Financial Crisis.
I know Ninja
Yeah, I
was-
Wars. I know.
I
him.
was same. I was
I
around
don't talk to
30K
Ninja Wars a
during
bit and
that area.
Financial Crisis a bit.
Finance is a homie.
I remember Finance because he's the first person who ever gave me money through YouTube.
Yep.
That was back when I had a Patreon in like 2017 before channel memberships were a thing.
Oh,
He dropped like $5 on the Patreon, and I still
wow.
remember that because he was the first person. It was
Finance is very dear friend of mine.
what a homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like balance and stuff goes, I don't know if you guys agree, but there's always been like great balance, and there's just 10 items that are like, these are out of whack.
Yeah.
Well, like too good or too bad or
Too good.
Yeah, there's always gonna be like new stuff added and new items to kind of new challenges and new stuff to kind of like reach that new level, and then it's got to get like tuned from that point.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that the third sack like balancing goes really well.
True.
Like genuinely.
I'm really worried about it, but I'm also like I'm worried because there's so much that they have to do. There's so many different things that are going to get changed. Like I'm sure most items are going to get some kind of like difference to their multiplier. And it's with that much stuff changing, there's so much that can happen that can like throw that balance out of whack. So I'm a little bit worried about it. That's why I really want to be a tester, because I want to just like focus in on that balance and just like
Try and balance
really
stuff.
to get to experience it and be able to like give my feedback on how everything feels.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything if Miner's Haven has like 1,000 items if the balance is just horrible and you only use like maybe 50 of those items. So, like right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, to be fair, that is also only a problem for like the top players who are like
True.
at the end game. I do think it is important to keep some perspective. Like we all do look at this from like the end game perspective, but that's not the majority of people's experience. I do think there are like obviously there are balance issues, and I'm still like with that, and obviously changes need to happen. But it is important to keep that perspective that like we are like the top 1% or whatever of Miner's Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like I don't know, a lot of people at lower lives are still going to be using a lot of the items and stuff. They're still going to be experiencing a lot of the game that we just don't right now.
yeah.
I'm just glad that they're trying to make the game more difficult from like what they've been talking about publicly with all the challenges and stuff.
Because
Yeah,
the only thing making game difficult right now is the community.
True.
Just having fast setups.
Yeah, I guess. If I'm being honest, I'm not a fan of speed meta.
It's fun to
Nobody is.
experiment with, but
Nobody is a fan.
Yeah, I think that speed meta was just like an
well,
inevitability.
speed meta will always be a thing though. Like,
Yeah, especially
like,
now.
that will always be a thing too.
It will and won't, because it's like
It will be a thing. It just won't.
it's
be like
gotten so
what
much
it is now.
easier now.
Speed meta will be a thing, canon meta will not be a thing, is the difference.
To be fair, would Persia would figure all this stuff out on their own right now?
That is true. It is like
Like look like Blockade tried to figure it out, and he just couldn't.
yeah, like what we have right now, to be fair, is like a big community effort over years of like just
More like a year and a half.
well, yeah, but still. It's been a long time of just like the community working together to try and like figure stuff out.
Yeah, but also things right now are a lot easier than they seem. Like to most people, like, everything's just procedural.
I
Yeah.
feel like the most difficult year was probably 2016, hands
Well,
down.
wait, wasn't 2016 that year where you could just use Breach Load or Blind Justice to rebirth?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I feel like in terms of getting into the game, like like take from like a new player's perspective, like you start the game 2016, and the game is probably at the hardest point it's ever been, because there were a ton of items coming in, but none of them were like shop items. You had like welders coming in, like industrial or welders. You had zappers. You had like executive Game Pass stuff coming in. Like you had a lot of items coming in. Most of them were like reborns. Like this is when like Newtonium came out, Gate of Eclipse came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that whole era, like it wasn't very forgiving for new players, and I appreciated that difficulty, but it also kept it pretty difficult for the most part. Like after.
I was like, I remember back then. I was so mad because like I wanted blind justice so badly, and I was at the life requirement, and I rebirthed like 200 lives, and I never got one, and I never got one until sacrifice, and I was so mad because I never was able to actually use that meta.
That's crazy unlucky. You didn't get a blind justice till you sacrificed.
Yeah, it's just like my road to sacrifice. My slot on the road to sacrifice is life 100 without a Newtonian mine, but six massive diamond mines. I'm about to get the massive diamond drill before I get Newtonian mine.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that happened to a lot of people. Like massive, like, and such a useless item too.
I made
Especially back then. Was it only like millions?
It used to be worth 200k per ore, the massive diamond mine.
Yep.
So it was only like 50, like what, 50k more? Oh, I thought you said, for some reason I thought you said drills. Like what?
I remember when I was like first starting out, and this was back when I couldn't get past like billions.
It'll be like a year
My friend,
first,
this was like 2015. My friend's like, dude, you should like start rebirthing and try to get the massive diamond mine. It's so good, best item in the
so
game.
good.
I spent 36 hours getting my first rebirth that day for it.
Bro,
It took me a
you
month.
spent
I have
36
never been
hours for
in
your
so
first
much
rebirth?
regret.
You spent 36 hours in one day? That's crazy. How'd you do that?
You know,
Yeah.
you know,
He has a
You know,
good gaming share.
I would love to have 36 hours in a day. That would be great.
that would be too much. That would be too much.
That'd be a
for me.
lot. It would get
25 hours.
very like a lot.
Give me like 28.
You know what I mean though. Like
Yeah.
jokes aside, like 36 hours straight. This was like my first day. I get my rebirth.
First session.
If
I
anybody,
get it.
Oh, sorry.
So much regret.
Yeah.
No,
but
you know, you go.
does anybody remember Big Granny 100 setups?
Oh, he's the reason I was able to rebirth.
Dude, he's
the
the-
reason I rebirthed
he's,
in 2016.
Funny
Bro, and
fact,
blockade just carried me through the rest of the game.
he's the reason we actually did Time Machine.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yep. So this, I could give you a little bit of context if you want. So like, this was I was like just bored one night and I was watching his old videos, like the old like day one videos he made,
Yeah.
like when the game first dropped.
Oh, those
I
are
was
old.
like, dude, this looks so fun. I want to remake MH Classic because it had been shut down by Burr. So I remade it with the dude, and it blew up. Like Block A was playing it. It got like thousands of visits in the first couple days, and I was like, dude,
I mean,
you
it
know,
was a good
I
game,
want to
though.
do more. And then I was talking in a call with Rhea, and Rhea's like, unironically, like, you know, he was messing around. He was like, you know, what if you just remade every update? And I took him seriously because it was like 5 in the morning. And then I regretted the next 3 months of my life.
Wow.
I
It
mean,
was
hey,
bad,
though,
actually.
The
I was
game's good though. So
I was working like 20 hours a day for like 2 months.
Yeah. The game
Because-
development
Because
is like that.
of the time zone differences between all of my devs that I had like helping.
oh,
'Cause,
that
like-
sounds so much fun.
It was like I didn't have like devs. I had one dev and he was like on the other side of the world. But not only was that the issue, I had some devs in like the Netherlands areas and stuff. And it was just like it was just this consistent pain of having to stay up so long just to get crap done. And then I wanted everything to be like really nice. Ended up being kind of garbage after a little while once like the hype around it died down and we were like, this is a buggy mess. That's why we're kind of like working on fixing everything up. Like they're like the devs we have right now are actually like completely taking apart his old like game engine and like revamping it to just be more like not crap.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And just like revising the code basically so it just doesn't run like garbage.
Yeah. Playing that game right now is like there's a lot like wrong with it, I could tell. Some
Some of the updates are pretty seamless. Like
Yeah.
like Exotic Day and like the Ultimate Sacrifice
Especially
stuff. From
the
what I
classic.
remember,
The
that was
classic
pretty
ones
good.
are usually like the best. It
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah.
Because like, weren't
Although,
most
like,
of those, open source?
well, yeah, that too. And just more the popular ones were like constantly getting bug fix requests and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you put more of your
that's a
attention
huge part of
towards
it. Yeah, that's why like Exotic Day and stuff gets most of the attention because that's like all anyone plays on there.
Because you know how people really want to experience Exotic Day, huh?
Yeah.
I
Like,
wouldn't
I like
mind. I would and wouldn't mind another Exotic Day. I've got very mixed opinions on it.
I'd love
I-
Exotic Day.
I don't think that we should have one.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
like
it.
if they get rid of all the not shinies, sorry, exotics that are like deemed unobtainable now, maybe then it would be better. But then again, it
Well,
still
yeah,
would be very overpowered.
obviously they wouldn't have the unobtainable ones in there, but I still think that would be a
Right.
bit like.
So wait, what was
2017
Exotic
though.
Day even like? Was it like
Okay,
some?
so
Was it like some of the
You got,
exotics or all?
you got.
all
I think
exotics.
because it was extended. It was extended because summer update wasn't ready. It was like 30 hours you got,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, well, also
every exotic in the game except blood magic and like the ones where you actually had to like go out of your way and like
Oh,
do work for them, like the golden clover blaster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
That and blood magic.
Yeah, I'm
Those
looking at it
two
now.
didn't return.
It's
Everything
basically-
else in the game though returned for like 30 hours.
It was basically all box exotics coming back.
yeah,
Yep.
Imagine that now with how many exotics exist.
it would
Yeah,
be,
it'd be too much.
Everyone would have good setup.
Well, the thing is that like the exotic still is only 2% chance to get. That's
yeah,
how
it would be a little bit different because back then it was just like
What if they
more
brought back
exotics.
all the events too, though?
I
all like
Imagine that.
event.
I was getting exotics like crazy back then.
Yeah, because back then it was just based on like how many exotics were in the box. Like the more there were, your chances went up.
Was
No,
it was
it's
it like
different.
rotation or were they all just in there at once?
It was
All
just
in there at once.
you could just see all of the exotics at once scrolling by. Like you open a box and then it scrolls by and you could see like Excalibur next to like Volcano next to like the birthday tape.
Stanislae
Oh, I
and
thought it would have
stuff.
been like a rotation every few hours.
Oh
No, it
no,
was- no,
it was just all at
everything
once
there.
for like 30 hours,
Yeah.
Oh,
and the chances were still so low to get
Yes.
most.
wait, Exotic Day was.
Oh, do you
over a
guys
day.
remember?
Yeah.
It was bugged the first like 30 minutes. I saved
Oh, yeah.
50 Infernos.
I
used them
got-
all. Didn't get any of the exotics. I was like, oh my god. I was
That's
so mad.
rough.
The worst part though is that I vividly remember like everything happening. I got at least 5 exotics that day, and the only one I got out of it was Haunted Infuser.
Oh.
Oh wow.
I got an
I got
Equinox.
two Tixicators. I think I got Spookmaster.
Oh.
What else was it? Volcango and a Wubbium.
I
Then I also got Haunted Infuser, and
I was-
that was the only thing the game actually gave me.
I was still
Dang,
mad
dude.
because before Exotic Day, Equinox was in the box. I got Equinox on Exotic Day. I was so mad. I had like 7. It was so mad. I was so mad. But I still got Haunted Diffuser and Spookmaster, so I'm happy. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah,
What do y'all think of like the whole Gargantium mine era of MH? Like
Oh,
2018?
Gargantian update?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like when I started. Like, I remember the game being really easy back then, like drawbridge glitch.
That's when I came
good
back to
old
the game.
drawbridge.
That, yeah, I
Oh.
abused the hell out of that glitch.
I didn't even know about the neutron star thing. And
Yeah,
I
well,
wish I
it
did.
was patched before I joined into the Gargantian update because I took a hiatus because I hated Resurrection, just downright hated that update. So it took a long
Yeah.
hiatus until Gargantian update.
That's technically when I started. I got my first rebirth, like 3rd anniversary.
I didn't think that Resurrection was that bad. I thought it wasn't a great update, but it had good stuff going for it.
I
I
like the
really
UI.
loved Resurrection. Yeah, I loved Resurrection.
UI was the only good thing for me. I hated the evolutions when it came out.
Bro,
The
the
UI
UI was like the UI of Resurrection was like the worst part. That's like the worst UI we've
That's
ever.
what everyone hates about it, but I love it.
I love
That
it.
UI like I think it was pretty functional. Like
It
it
was
worked,
functional.
but it looked terrible.
That was what brought us copy paste glitch actually.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it did.
That was basically
Oh.
layouts before layouts.
Yeah.
I feel a really A really fun era though was like I really enjoyed the dead era of MH, like the content drought. I didn't really mind it too much. It gave me like a quiet period of the community to just
Like, cause not gonna lie.
not really a lot happening, and you just got a chance to like sit down and just play the game without having to worry like about missing out on stuff or having to worry about like what's coming to the game and if you have to miss out on
Yeah,
any of
not
that. Like
gonna
it was
lie.
just a really calm period of MH, and you just kind of got to do whatever.
Yeah, that was.
No,
Go ahead, Cendlez.
it's not gonna lie. Like, I like it when there's not much content, but because it's just overwhelming having like new content like every week or something.
Yeah, like not every week. I would say like maybe like add like a minor update every couple weeks. Not like anything too big. Just like not even any items. Maybe some bug fixes, quality of life features. Maybe
I wouldn't mind a monthly hotfix.
a monthly would be
be
good for like adding a few items and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like that could be nice. I always used to be an advocate of like doing those like smaller weekly or bi-weekly updates, but I've kind of come around on that where like we just don't need that. We don't need that much new stuff.
No, I as someone who plays games like Destiny where they literally update the game every week, it gets so draining because you'll spend like 6 days, 5-6
Yeah.
days like doing
Like, you feel like you
everything,
accomplish something.
and then by
and
the
then
time
next
you're
thing-
done, you get like a day to just relax, and then it's like I got to do the same thing all over again.
Yeah, it's like it's constant like content drip. It's like the newer kind of style of gaming stuff, like all the
Yeah.
live service, just like constantly be pumping new stuff in so that people keep playing the game.
Yeah.
This is very draining. I
Yeah, like-
strongly dislike it. I like what we have right now. I'd rather have long periods of drought where it's like, in the end, I feel it's better because they get these massive influxes of players once an update comes out, lasts
Yeah.
for a
Can't
while,
say,
and
though.
then you just have a passive income of new players. Like post event, like they'll have like a Christmas update, 5,000 people get on, let's just say, and then that lasts maybe a day or two, and then you have like about 1,000 people playing for a couple weeks, and then it just stays at about 500 to 700 for like a consistent couple months until the game's just like, this is where we should be updating now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I do think that if you were doing things like optimally, I think there is a slightly better balance that could be found than what we have.
Yeah,
Like we've waited for Third Sacrifice for
Hello?
way too long already, I think.
yeah. I can say though, not gonna lie. I like how they released items in like early reincarnation. I like how we had like new items like pretty often, but they were like stuff that were easy to get, so I could just make them and just wait. I did.
I always enjoy the updates that have like a good balance of stuff where you have like maybe a couple
Like two or three items.
Yeah, a couple
My-
like rebirth items, maybe like an enchant or something, or like a new superstitious.
Like,
That, like the
Mhm.
the highlight players had something to kind of grind for and put like a couple hours into.
Like, bro, who remembers the Midnight Obama update?
I remember.
Oh my
Well, I
God.
wasn't playing the game at
Big
that
focus
stage.
on Australia.
I was taking a hiatus at that time.
Dude, I remember
Oh.
that. I remember getting on to it and like checking
Yeah.
the Obama codes because I remembered it. I
Yeah.
remember
You know,
that being a thing.
And we didn't even know Australis was actually real until TL got one.
Of course, Tio was the one to get one too.
Yeah.
What was it?
Always Tio.
My issue with reincarnation is I feel like it tried to do too much at
Yes.
once.
And
Yeah.
it
Like
led
they
to a
planned to
lot
make it
of
harder.
it.
Well, no. It's not that they tried to make it hard. Like I felt like it was trying to do 40 different things all at once. It was like,
Yeah.
let's add shop items. Let's add superstitious. Let's add a whole new NPC. Let's add a maze. Let's add like it was like
And if,
I like that there's a lot of content, but I don't want to have to do 40 different genres of things.
I also
Plus,
felt
there's
like
so
that
much new
led
stuff.
to a lot of broken promises with the update. Like they promised a lot with the
Yeah,
update,
they're
like
too
a
ambitious with the
completely
update.
revamped Reborn system. Nothing
Agreed.
happened
Uh-huh.
with that. So and
Yeah,
I
plus there's so much new stuff now that's just most of the old stuff is just useless because how much new
yeah.
there is.
Yeah, I think that reincarnation probably. I think the biggest problem with the Foxy and Talon era is that the updates are just like too big.
They're too
like,
ambitious.
They're too ambitious of it.
They're either too big or just not enough.
I don't
mean-
they haven't gotten that many that have felt like they're not enough to me though. Like most of the smaller updates, like they know what they're kind of trying to be. They're just like smaller updates. That's fine to me. My problem is when we get like the Halloween 2021 or 2020 update, whichever one it was, that just added like
2019.
Halloween. It was Halloween 2019 where we had 70 items.
no, not even Halloween. I'm talking about the one after Halloween 2020 when we got like 100 new items. There was like
That was
half of them were
2021.
Yeah.
No.
And majority of them were useless.
2021 was the repaint.
Wait, was that when we got the
2020
pumpkin
was the stupid no auto farming.
wait, yeah, no, I remember,
doing
I remember.
nothing. Like you had
Yeah,
to do it this way or you don't do it at all. And that was so stupid. I hated that.
And then auto farming was still a thing for like the first first week or two of that update.
Yeah.
Dude, I just remember like how much I pissed off Talon because like I think he legit DM'd me like literally just okay. So this was 2020 Halloween. I published a video like about the AFK candy farm. He patches it, and then like 20 minutes later, I put out a new one, and I just remember him DMing me like stop, like.
Yeah.
That's
it was
pretty
so funny. I love it.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's my biggest problem with like the newer style of updates. So it's something that I've always said, and it's something that I stand by is that they just try and like they put too many items in it. The game doesn't need over like we're at well over 1,000. I think we're at like close to 1,300 items in the game total right now.
Like name all the items that Halloween 2020 brought from the challenges, from the 4 parts that we got from it. Name all of them.
Useless.
You're
The
for the
famine
Halloween
quest, the famine quest. Sorry, the Deuce-a-car
You're-
quest. You know,
you're a Miners Haven fan. Name
Can we just-
every item.
let me pull up my
How dumb
item
the
shirt.
pumpkin quests were, though? Can we just talk about how dumb the quests were though? Like especially the Darkfeed quest. That was just
I actually really liked the first one, and then after
yeah,
that
it
it was
is.
so bad. Like,
my
What
main
was the
problem was
first
the ghost
last
one,
Oh,
everything turned terrible
It's where you
once
kill the zombies.
the zombies was actually okay. I just wish it was a little like
I could tell they were
I
running
really
out of
liked the
ideas.
third
creative,
one. I actually really
but
liked
I
the third
disliked.
one. That was
I
nice.
think the rock candy one was really fun.
Yeah, having to make a
Yeah.
mini setup for it.
The ghost
But it was
one was
really
by far the
tedious.
worst, where you had to go find all the ghosts around the tombstone.
No, I think the research crate one was the worst. This is
Yeah,
literally just research crate.
Well, no, because the research crates you're getting clovers and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean like
You're
in
actually
terms
like
of
getting something out of
originality
it.
though, it's quite literally just research crates.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
for-
sure.
for-
I guess.
for me- For me personally, the quests are ranked in the order that they came out from best to worst. Zombie Quest was
Yeah.
the best because it was just like simple. It gave you something different to do, and it was every like 15
I
minutes.
think
So,
I think it was like
just,
too easy to finish a quest though.
It was probably too easy, but you've also got to keep in mind that this is Roblox we're talking about, so you know if
But I
they-
mean, like, it gets by too quickly, and it had like the best item, like out of all the event items.
that is,
Here's a
that is true.
controversy and a half. What did you think of the metaverse update or whatever that was called?
What even happened during
Well,
I don't even remember.
The
Wasn't-
Metaverse
that was
update
like the
was-
Egg Island, right?
it felt like it was just not enough content. Obviously, it was not enough content because they weren't even planning on doing an Easter event that year. So, like, they kind of just scrambled to make a new map, put just random eggs on there, and just put new items from testers.
Yeah,
Or not testers, submitters. And
the Easter event though.
that probably caused a lot of bad things to happen with the meta. They screwed up the meta, making it a lot easier to rebirth with that.
Wait, what did they do in that update that messed up the meta?
Final Fabergé.
That messed up the meta? No, it didn't.
It's a pretty good portable. It's enabled it's enabled
like
a
a
couple
fi-
setups.
5 times upgrader. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
What setups got enabled that you couldn't do before?
Probably point. I don't know about 0.6.7. But you can do 0.6.7, but like it made it more consistent.
Yeah.
I guess so, but even then, it's like that seems like such a small change for me. That's not the point where I go like, okay, the meta's really messed up now.
It didn't really
That-
mess up the meta. Like it just like it kind of shifted a little bit more because adding new portables was not a good idea. We already
Yeah.
had too many.
Like, what was the last time we got a new portable? Wasn't it like almost a year ago? At this point?
It was the Final Fabergé.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like, I think we should go back a bit though. And there's like, what do you thought about New Heights though?
New Heights. I've got mixed opinions. I feel like New Heights put in like 10 things actually regarding New Heights, and then
Yeah, and
was just-
platforms aren't even that useful though, to be honest.
well, no. Here's the thing. New Heights was great because New Heights, like the whole like elevation system and stuff, but the issue is that they put like 10 items in the game. Not even like if we're talking items that came into the game that took advantage of it that weren't conveyors or platforms, there were like 5-6 items that came in with that update. You had like the 5 shop ones, gravitational gearwork, and the vintage item. You know what I'm talking about, the cloud one with the rainbow.
Yeah.
Stratospheric. Yeah. Like
that was like all we had, and it was
then
like, okay,
I
no one.
was like, when New Heights coming out, I'm gonna make myself a really good setup. I'm gonna be able to rebirth like without having to loop. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, you're too many items on your base. You cannot save this layout. It's like, well, okay, I guess I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, like New Heights though, that was kind of somewhat when speed meta started, kind of though.
That's
So
when
then they
it
started
like really
Yeah.
started like sinking
Yeah.
its teeth in.
But it really started when Talon added a timer to the rebirth and the reincarnation.
Now we had to
That-
had something to go for.
That's when it like ramped up. I think that New Heights is. I don't know. I think that the platforms are.
It was like a good starter for reincarnation, you know.
I think that New Heights would have been a much better update if it had come out a lot sooner, and they were able to like work it more into the game as like a core part of it. Because then they
didn't
could
really
have
think it
like
happened for a while, for a while though.
yeah. I mean, if they had added it earlier though, they could have like baked it into the game more, and it could have been like a more integral part. They could have like leaned more into the New Heights stuff, and then you could have had like it would have been super cool to have like a setup on the ground on like your base level, and then have a bunch of like hydraulic upgraders going above them. Like, imagine how cool that would be.
Yeah.
Like just the idea of that, just like the older style of setups, like the 2018 layouts just came out. Your base is like completely filled, and then you've got like a hydraulic level of stuff above it. That sounds super cool to me.
Yeah, I remember
agree.
New Heights. When I just heard about New Heights, I was like, oh my god, why wasn't this thought of sooner?
Well, it was.
I mean,
yeah,
it was,
Talon's
but
been thinking
like,
about it for a while.
well, no, I was talking about when Brezza first teased it back in 2018.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like when I was like, why hasn't this been thought of since like 2016? This would have been so good. This would have been revolutionary.
I very, very dislike low card.
I don't have an opinion on him.
Like you, exactly.
That came out of nowhere. I don't even.
All right, you just I remember like the teaser image for Brezza's New Heights, and I just remember hearing low card worked on it for like a week and then just stopped.
Yeah.
Dang.
I
Yeah, I don't know much about low card. I'm sure he had like reasons and whatever.
Y'all thought thinking? Yeah. Wait, how long do we even have to wait for New Heights between Halloween 2019?
It was like a 3-month wait, if I think, right? Like
What
3-4
are
months.
you talking about?
Like the wait between Halloween 2019 and New Heights.
It
Maybe-
was
maybe
around
I'm
like
wrong.
it was actually just a month.
Oh, it was only.
It came out in
I thought it was-
November, I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe it
Really?
did. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was very
Oh,
soon after. I was surprised.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
That was when Centillion. When was Centillion added? I think it was New Heights.
That was Cendlez was with New Heights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember I was like
around
the
there.
300th
Oh,
person.
Centillions,
I was like one of the. I was like the 50th person or something like that to get it.
bro.
That was when
Yeah,
they
I
were
remember
congratulating
literally
you
just
for
getting
getting it in the Miners Haven Genesis server.
Bro. I literally just remember getting sent by editing the setup that Jordan made and like his dwarf setup and just
Oh.
editing it.
I
for
made
the start.
mine.
Who?
Because I was just lazy back then.
Wait, who? My setup?
Yeah, and I just added void drive to it.
Void
Dude,
Drive.
Dude, I remember Centillions first coming out. That was Centillions when it first came out was so fun because it was really hard to get when it first dropped.
It was.
It
I'm
wasn't
not
for
gonna
me
lie, it
though
was-
because like I was life like 20K at that time, and I had everything I could at your disposal.
I was
And
like 10K,
it wasn't
I
that.
think.
It wasn't hard for me.
Plus the
It-
fact there was a
it
lot
was and
easier
wasn't.
you could get in Void Drive before Centurion.
I didn't use Void
For
Drive.
me, it was hard to make it
Void Drive-
consistent.
And
I
the
don't
fact that
use the
Void
issue.
Drive was resettable.
Okay, fun fact. I never got Void Drive until 2020 because the crystallized systems, those crystallized system requirement was just stupid.
Bro, also the
That was so
time that
stupid.
when Boy Star could reset Tesla Refuter.
Oh yeah.
I was
Oh,
good on the Black
God.
Dwarfs for so long just because I bought a ton of Black Dwarfs from the Baron. So,
Like, as soon as I saw that bug was a thing, I just decided to instantly go for Centillion. It was so easy.
Yeah, I never.
Because,
I
like,
didn't,
resetter.
I didn't abuse anything like that. I never used like the resetter thing. I think wasn't the Void Drive wasn't added when Centillions first got added.
It wasn't.
Well, it was added Black Friday.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did before it.
Yeah, so yeah, I got Centillions before Void Drive too. So it was pretty hard. It was also I remember it because I was like the first stream back where people actually kind of like started coming in, and I made the Centillions video. It's the second most viewed on my channel now, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, Tsar Bomba was your friend in that one.
Bro, Zara Bomba.
Yeah,
Good old,
you
good old
can use it
Sarbamba.
4 times. 4 times.
I remember Ninja War just saying, like, oh my god, best item. I could get Octillions from it.
It was so
Like,
good. It
every
was
single
overpowered. It was broken. Like it,
was
felt broken
Like, genuinely.
because all other
You're right, it
upgraders
was so
weren't as
easy.
good at the time.
And now the game, every single point in the game is just easy.
Remember caramel birthday cake when that happened? Like that, like
Bro,
a caramel birthday cake
we
was
thought that was the
really
best item in
good.
the game, and now it's just trash.
It was
Dude.
really good back then.
Yeah.
It's like
now
you
imagine
had
trying
to
to
have
use it
it.
now.
Huh?
Now imagine trying to use it now.
Yeah, no, it's garbage now. And now in today's standards, it's garbage. Just because it's
MPU
raised.
is just everything.
It's because it's raised. It's just like
Not because it's raised, just because it's literally massive.
that is a
Yeah,
big
way
thing
too
though. Is
big.
raised. Trying to get raised on like with a free setup. Good luck with that one. Maybe if you use like
You-
Newtonium on Vortex Chamber, maybe.
Yeah, there are ways to make it work.
Yeah.
It was not very worthwhile though.
So yeah, like I don't know. I just
Yeah, it's crazy though to just like think back and just look back on how much MH has actually gone through. Like this game has been around for 7 years.
Like, bro, what?
Yeah, that
That
is
game came
true.
out when I was like 12. What?
That's crazy. Yeah,
I was 10.
yeah, me too.
You were like
That's-
Yeah,
that's
I was a
insane.
child when this game came out.
8 or 9. What?
That's actually like nuts,
I
bro.
remember I was like in 6th grade when I started playing. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go
Most
down
of us
home
started
and
the game when I was,
play
like,
some
14.
MH.
I only started when I was
Most
like
of us
14
were
or
at least
15.
10.
Yeah.
Dude, I would grind this game so much when I was supposed to be doing like my online schoolwork. Like I was supposed to be doing my work and like in class and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, but the first Sacrifice update's here, and I gotta play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was still not like I was a good person at school. I would not go on my phone. I would not do anything. I would wait and play it on the Xbox. I sacrificed
Well,
on the
it was-
Xbox.
It was easy for me because I was just like home in my room, and as long as my mom didn't come by and see me playing, it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you homeschooled or something?
Online school, yeah.
Ah.
Which in hindsight was not good.
Yeah. Online
Uh-huh.
school is just never as good as in-person school.
Yeah,
Online-
you get to learn just so much more.
Online school sucks. I'll be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I
I
would
thought-
not last a day in online school.
As someone who like chose to go to online school, who like asked to go to online school and went since 7th grade, yeah, online school is not good. It's not the move.
You're just not gonna be social at all. Pretty much.
Yeah, I did not interact with people outside of like online and then my parents, pretty much.
But it gives you more time for Miner's Haven.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could like get away with like procrastinating a lot easier. Like I could just ignore my work and it
Yeah,
was
'cause,
great.
like, wasn't it due like same day or like at the
It
end
was-
of the semester?
Well, with the online school that I went to, it was really bad for procrastination because like if you didn't do something on time, it was like overdue, but you could still just go in and do it later. And then unless it was like specified that you had to get it done with in a certain time frame or you wouldn't get points, like you could just go in and do it and get full credit for it like as late as you wanted.
But then my online school, when I was doing online school because of, events, we had this program. It was horrible. Everything was due at the end of the semester. You could procrastinate all you want. You just had to do the entire course at the end of the semester. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything. I was at 10% and it was like a week before the semester ends. I think it said I was 80 hours behind. So I was like, well, I gotta put in some hours.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
We're
to me,
speaking
man.
my life.
I know that pain because I did that like pretty much every single year. I would just like push all the work to the very end, and then I'd have like a hell week where I just had to get everything done.
Yeah,
it was.
I still
terrible.
have that. I still have that even when in person school. I still have that.
Oh yeah, because you can just like shove stuff off, and it's like whatever, do it later. Who cares? Then later, like, oh god.
I'm doing this. I'm forcing myself not to do this AP calculus, and I'm enjoying AP. I'm enjoying that class so much more because I'm not procrastinating in it. It's so amazing. It's like not procrastinating in a course actually makes you like the course.
Well, that's crazy. Not because of like not procrastinating. Like that's good, but you're enjoying AP calculus.
I mean I love math. Math is my subject. Okay.
Math's fun. I don't despise it.
Yeah.
Math is only good when it's in Miners Haven.
Miners Haven.
Yeah. Oh.
Miners Haven math. Dude, evaluators. You have to learn. You have to know math to use evaluators.
Oh yeah, wow.
So you got to know the less than and equal,
like,
less than or equal to or greater than or equal to sign.
Bro.
That's
only
such,
math
that's
you need to
such,
know
like,
that was kind of unison and setup, bro.
That's
you
crazy advanced.
You know how we really could make MH math based? Just
no.
make it so in order to get the ores upgrade, you have to guess or calculate how much it'll be worth after the upgrade.
It just like a math pop up on your screen, just like, what will this ore be worth? And you get a rod, and your ore just goes to 0 times.
Just lose the rebirth.
You get data wiped.
All the, like,
data wiped. You
all
get
the
banned.
MH bits just like Googling calculator, just like.
God, I gotta get this, guys! Oh my god!
What is 4 billion?
I don't want to lose my data.
What is 4 billion to the power of 172? Oh crap!
Oh,
I
No,
don't
the
know.
calculator, it's not working. It's saying that's a nil. No, it's too big.
MH players realizing they can't reach $1
I know.
When you realize most calculators can't reach centillion,
Well, They can't even reach billions usually.
Yeah, that's
like-
how you reach centillion.
Bro,
Sure.
the richest person in the world ain't even a trillionaire. I made quintillions on my first life.
I know. Miners
Insane.
Haven has taught me how economy works. It doesn't.
I wouldn't. I can't even take that seriously. Oh my god. Oh my god! Stop dying.
What's up, guy?
Well,
all right. Well, I think that's probably.
I think that's a good time to just end the video with a good thought. Economy does not work in
Guy
Miners Haven.
croaking.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess.
you know what? You let me promo something at the end. Let's let Mist have a chance to promo something here.
Yeah. Well, I think I know what he's gonna
Miners
promo.
Haven Time Machine.
I've already gotten
Also,
everything.
subscribe to Mist. Subscribe to him on YouTube.
Watch Pot of the Dead.
Wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Subscribe to my channel. And
Subscribe to my channel. See, this is where it's being
Hey,
well, it's
where's
actually
my
being
channel?
hosted on Anchor and Spotify. So if you guys actually don't know, this podcast is going on my channel, Anchor, and Spotify. So check it out on Spotify and Anchor. Anchor is owned by Spotify, so it's basically just Spotify, but anyway.
It's Spotify, but not.
Yeah.